Hi Gemini, welcome to the message you need to hear, or the message they need you to hear, for September 26th through October 25th. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below as per usual, including the link for the Recommend a Reader shout out, which goes to, I was going to say Solari Tarot, that was the last one, but hello anyway. This one is 13 Signs Tarot. Much love and support to her. Hopefully you get a chance to stop by, check her out, show her some love as well, if you like what she has to say. This is intended for a romantic love reading, but it may resonate in other areas of your life. Also, this is intended to be the counterpart to the What They Aren't Telling You, but it is entirely possible that other people, other Geminis are, like, this message is about them, because this might not be like, this might not have anything to do with the last reading is what I'm trying to say. So it could be for another group. We'll have to see when the cards lay out, but it's could be for an entirely different group of Geminis. Just saying. Just wanted to cover that. All right. Okay, so Gemini. What is the message you need to hear, Gemini? Knight of Wands, that could be Leo. The Fool. Look at that. Okay. Six of Cups. Five of Wands. Seven of Wands. Seven of Pentacles. Six of Wands. Look at this. Fives and sixes and sevens. The Sun. That could be Leo also. Gemini, Virgo, or Aries. Holy cow, look at that. So we got 2 sixes and 2 sevens, right? Sixes, sevens, but no fun. That's a knight, so we don't have a 5, 6, 7. Look at that. All right. Okay, so it's kind of wonky right now. Things are a bit in flux. There might be some disquiet or irritability over some recent news you've heard. Some things come to light to where you're like, wait, what? Well, now what? All right, Gemini. What's this Six of Cups about? Oh, sweet. What's this Six of Cups about? Two of Swords. Okay. What's this Five of Wands about? What's Five of Wands about? The World. What's this Fool about? What's this Fool about? King of Cups. That could be Pisces. So is this about a breakup? Are you in either talks about reconciliation, or this is about you you two are broken up and you're adjusting to a new normal? And you two, it's just like right now there's no, this is where you at the crossroads and somebody couldn't make a decision or a choice. You couldn't come to an agreement. So it's like, okay, then we're just, you know what? I'm out. There's just too much drama, too much control. What's this Seven of Wands about? Lovers. Okay. So we got Lovers and we got the Six of Cups here. So this is you two not coming to an agreement. Specifically them wanting you to know that I was tired of the drama and we broke up because perhaps they wanted a commitment and they weren't getting one, or they didn't want to commit and the drama and bickering was over deciding whether to continue and take it to the next level or to just keep things the way it was. And there's the idea that, we've known each other long enough, we've been together long enough, this should be a no-brainer. If you don't want it, then that speaks to bigger issues in the relationship. Like, if you don't want that, then what are we even doing together still? And it feels like that you two couldn't figure out what the future would look like for both of you being together, whether it's just continuing as we are or making that commitment. And they weren't having it. This is somebody that likes to get what they want. Not that that's a bad thing. But this is someone that feels pretty strongly about going after what they want, and to that end, it's kind of black or white sometimes. Like, well, what are we still doing then together if we can't see, if you're not sure, if we can't agree on what we want for the future? What's this Seven of Pentacles about? What's this Seven of Pentacles? Okay. So this, again, we just because we got the crossroads here. So is this someone that didn't want things to move forward, that didn't want to take things to the next level, that didn't want to talk about it, that you two couldn't come to an agreement about it, and now looking back, they may regret not doing that? It could be that they're still thinking about, okay, what do I want? Do I want to continue? This is definitely about a relationship being at the crossroads. Maybe you haven't broken up yet, but there is a divide now, because I think there's this realization that someone isn't as into it as you would like them to be, whereas it's much more simpler for you. It's an obvious choice, it's an obvious decision, and yet they can't seem to make up their mind or decide what they want. Maybe they don't even want to talk about it. What's this Six of Wands about? Six of Cups, Six of Wands. Okay, what's this Six of Bookends? Sixes. What's this Six of Wands? So it's not just about taking things to the next level, but it's about intimacy as well. It's about like getting closer emotionally, really having that connection. So if this person, just keep in mind that if this person is wanting the words said and the show of commitment, it might be because they might be feeling a lack of commitment or like emotional connection. So, okay, if I'm not going to get emotional connection from you, I still want to go for that. You know, I still want to hear you say then, because that's, I feel like they're looking for some kind of connection be in place of emotional intimacy. It's almost like it's a trade-off. If I can't have the emotional intimacy, then I'm going to go for the verbal commitment. I'm going to go for that commitment. All right. So High Priestess, that could be Pisces or Cancerian, and Six of Wands. All right, Gemini. What else for the Sun? Sun. So I think, sorry, they're falling all over the place. Sun card. This is someone that is wanting you to hopefully commit or offer. There it is. Offer stability and commitment. And this is someone that wants you to figure out what you want. Take this time to figure out what you want. You know what I mean? Like hoping for some divine intervention, or that you can kind of have this realization come over you. Maybe, you know, your intuition's kicking in and you really feel that pull towards them, that you are able to figure out a way to make this work and to figure out that you actually do want them. Because this is someone that would really, they want more of, I think they want a meeting of the minds. Like they want you to see things how they see things. They want you to be on board with what they want, which can get a bit dicey, because then it's like, well, you know, it can't just be about you placating or appeasing them. It has to be a meeting of the minds, truly, like both of your needs are met because you're compatible, not because you have to work at, you know, remembering someone in the relationship. So, oh yeah, I've got to throw them, you know, a treat here and there. Or, I mean, that's just, okay, right. So, we got someone that is, did they bow out because there was just too much drama, and they're feeling pretty darn strongly about feeling conflicted and at the crossroads, which is to say basically they never really, they were like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. They just couldn't they couldn't come up with what they wanted or where this relationship was headed or going. If it wasn't them, they're feeling like you didn't. Either way, this was about being at the crossroads and someone finally going and taking a stand and going, well, this is what I want, and hopefully I'm going to give you some time. We're bowing out. I'm going to give you some time to think about what you want, and hopefully you feel, you realize in the aftermath that you do want to be with me. And bonus points for being divinely led and your intuition kicking in and telling you that I'm, that you and I are compatible. And maybe it's about taking a leap of faith. Maybe it's about finally coming full circle and being ready to offer that commitment. Taking a leap of faith. Maybe this isn't about, parting as friends and you both go your own way and it's a new adventure for both of you separately. Maybe this is about taking that leap of faith. I think they'd want to know that you would come back. So after being in this indecisive place right here, right? 2 of Swords, we got the 7 of Wands, the 7 of Pentacles. I think they would like that time to be like, hopefully, okay, you're indecisive, but hopefully you could come back with saying, hey, you know what? Everything's going to be okay. I figured it out. I know what I want now. Bonus points for it being stability and security and commitment and longevity and having a design on the future. Be like, this is what I see for us, I think the more there was indecision perhaps on your part, Gemini, the more they want to dig their heels in and be like, well, I want this and da-da-da-da. This is a very strong personality, nothing wrong with that. But I don't think they were going to wait idly by and hope that you came to the conclusion. They're like, well, then I'm out. So, But I really do think this is about someone wanting commitment and connection. This is starting to feel like Aquarius is reading. I don't think they're happy with the ending, but I think they might have felt like they needed to do it out of self-preservation. What I can't figure out though is was it they were frustrated with you for not being able to figure out what you want, like make a commitment, or were they also conflicted about what they want? I feel like they knew what they wanted, and it kind of offended them that you didn't want what they wanted, or that you two weren't on the same page. So they're like, okay, well, I'm out then, because I don't. It should be obvious to you now, especially if we have this longevity and history together. And I really do think that they are really hoping that you'll see them as. I think they want to be special. They're wanting you to have this epiphany or realization that, like, oh wow, you know what? I do want what they want. Again, the whole intuition kicking in thing and working together. And coming back with a stable offer. Wanting what they want. It's like it kind of offends them. But they're kind of like, well, how could you not want me? Why would you not know this? We're meant to be together. Come on. Take a leap of faith. Come full circle and realize that we're worth it, or I'm worth it, and that we could be really good together, and take a leap of faith, dang it. All right. That's what I'm not saying do that. I'm saying that's what they're saying. What else for Gemini? What else for Gemini? So this could be someone giving an ultimatum. But I gotta tell you, I kind of like their grit here. Like, the way it feels here is it's like someone's like, well, I'm not gonna wait around forever. And if you don't know by now, then I don't want to stick around for you to tell me, yeah, no, it's not happening. I don't, so I'm gonna go, I'm gonna be over here because I feel pretty strongly about this. Like, my self-respect is on the line here. Or like, I don't want to question myself. And this, if you're not feeling it, then what are we even doing here? And I gotta say, like, that's somebody that's like, look, this is what I want. They're putting it out there. And if it's not picked up or met, okay, but at least this person isn't trying to play games. You know what I mean? Gosh, where did I see? Oh, I saw this. Okay, so. Oh, I gotta find this quote. It was really good. It was like, oh. something about likening it to trust, and then having trust in a relationship is like having a good Wi-Fi connection. Say with me. When you don't have Wi-Fi, what do? You play games. So if you don't have trust in a relationship, what do? You play games. There you go. But I feel like this person's being pretty upfront and straightforward about what they want. So at least there's clarity, you know? You can at least know what you're dealing with. The Magician. All right. That puts a spin on things. I don't think, in the context of this reading, though, I don't feel like this is about control, though. I don't feel like this is about getting out from under the weight of someone being very controlling. I feel like this is figuring out a course and a direction. There's potential here. You got everything you need. It's about, do you want it? It's about, do you want it with this person? And how to go about doing it. So actually deciding, committing, and then setting a course of action and plan with all that you need at your disposal. So this person, I think this speaks honestly to this person's self-esteem also. I think they think they're worth it. And they're like, why don't you see this about me? Well, then I'm going to, you know what, that bothers me. You know, like, then I don't want to have to convince you that I'm worth it. You just, you just take all the time you need. And maybe I'll be here when you come over to finally decide. So that's all kind of wrapped up in self-esteem. Not self-esteem, the having everything you need at your disposal. You just got to set a course and do it. And are you going to do it with this person? Are you going to take that leap of faith and do it with this person? Have you come full circle emotionally? And are you ready to offer emotionally? And go down that road? Or is it going to be more indecision and bickering over who wants what and control issues, you know? What else for Gemini? Look at that, new direction. Very much like the Fool here. Setting a course in a new direction. Decide, commit, and act. You have everything at your disposal. So we've got crossroads here, and then we've got new direction. Interesting. Is that speaking to trying something new in the relationship, or deciding what direction you're going to take on and being at the crossroads? Let's clear the air. Let's get all this business out of the way. And let's talk about it. Either we're going to or get off the pot, because either we're going to make this work and make this happen because there's a connection here, or we're going to go our separate ways. I'll tell you what, though, if you say the word, if you are willing to offer that stability and you figured it out, and you've had these epiphanies and this, you realize that you're divinely and all this, other stuff that they probably want to hear, that like, yes, we're on the same page. I feel it too. You and I get you. I see you intuitively. We're linked psychically, all that. They'd be willing. But I think what bothered them is that you weren't where they were at with it, because I think they see, we got 6 of Cups and the Lovers here. I think they thought that there was that connection there, that you two were, if nothing else for familiarity and longevity, that it's you and them, Oh gosh, what am I forgetting now? Can you see that? Yeah, you can see that. Let's do this one. I'll try this one. That's for Gemini. Force. That's a hammer, force, and memories, which would speak to the past. So that could be why you both are at the crossroad, or there's kind of this irritability and frustration, and because are you trying to force it? That could be the question that both of you are asking. Are you trying to force it? Is it like, killing the fly with the sledgehammer, and this is like, whoa, hey, we don't need to make any serious decisions right now, and the other person is like, yes, we do. I want to get this resolved. I want to figure out what we're doing. Could be a difference in temperament, intensity, but this is, maybe it's not the right time. talk about crossroads. We got new direction, then we got forcing it. And then we got links to the past, you know, the soulmate and the Six of Cups. But then we've got, you know, commit, choose, got everything you need, but do you want to? Hopefully you figure it out. Oh my gosh, talk about just... God. I'll tell you what, though, this person, whoever it is, they're a force to be reckoned with. They're pretty strong-willed and dare I say, bullheaded. You probably already know that, though. Not bad traits to have. All right. What else for Gemini? So then what do you do if you realize, okay, maybe we're forcing this, but then you're both conflicted about what you want, and there's this attachment and loyalty and affinity for each other, but it's not working. Like, what do you do? And maybe that's what this is asking the Magician. New direction, either separately or together, but what else for Gemini? So there's so many things, like all these things is, you've probably heard that from your person about all of this, basically. That's why there's this conflict and drama, is because it's really nuanced and layered, you know? Being offended, or not offended, but just wanting to bow out because you're not on the same page, but then why aren't we on the same page? And we're supposed to, it's like this back and forth and this confusion and this crossroads and indecision, and someone being stubborn and wanting to die on that hill, and, you know, and then at the same time there's this intensity about it, and there's this longevity connection, and what are we going to do? Are we going on this new direction together, or is it... Okay. All right, so we got Two of Pentacles. That's needing to commit, needing to decide, adjusting to a new normal, figuring out a new way. Okay, and then we've got the Eight of, yes, yeah, 2, 4, 6, 8 of Swords. Not knowing what to do, trying to adjust, trying to figure it out, not knowing what to do. And round we go. So basically, this person is confused, probably as much as you are. They really would like to hear that you've got some solutions in the name of stability, particularly because they don't know what to do. I don't think they want this to end, but this is one of those things that they have to have. This is like a non-negotiable. They have to know that they have stability and a future with you. Otherwise, what are we doing together? And then furthermore, if we don't, why don't we? Because we should. Look at this Six of Cups and the Six of Wands and the Lovers here. You know what I mean? So on the one hand, they wanted the answer, but then if it's not what they want to hear, they want to debate it, and they wanted to... Which, there's that strong will again. All right, so this is someone that is really hoping that you are going to come around to feel the same way they do, because at the end of the day, they do want this, but they will leave on principle because they don't want to be where they're not wanted, or that they don't want to be more into this than you are. They're not above forcing it. When in doubt, force it. Kill that fly with a sledgehammer. But they will leave if they feel like they're the only one that's really into this, if they're the only one that's wanting the longevity and security and all that. I think they're really hoping that you can figure it out and that you two come around and meet in the middle. Or at least are willing to create and figure out a new direction together, adjust together. All right. I hope this was helpful, Gemini, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Good luck with your Spitfire of a person. Yeah, they're feisty. Okay, all right. I hope to see you in the next reading. Take care.